Hello everyone, and welcome back to episode 2 of our Fire Red Nuzlocke. Most folks just call me Orange Joe, and we're still here in the forest. We're about to be underway here, just training up some dudes, seeing what we can do. Hopefully we should be able to get through the forest this episode. I don't see any reason why not. I gotta think where has good place to switch train. I think Rapidash has some good XP to offer. But yeah, last episode we left on a absolutely world-class seal joke, with some good intel from you about Kiss from a Rose. We gave the rules of Nuzlocke a little bit. We moaned about getting a legendary, only one. Ugh. And yeah, we're well underway, hoping to see what we can do. Just so you know, if we ever come across a why not or a Wobbuffet, we are in deep trouble. We are horrified and scared for our lives because they have Arena Trap and they have Destiny Pod. But by and large, most things like that aren't a huge deal. For switch training, we are really worried about get that flinch. Let's go. We are really worried about Pokemon with Arena Trap or similar effects. So like a Doug Trio would be a problem, but we haven't seen anything so far to actually give us worry. Yeah, until we get something really horrifying, we're happy to just lead with something low and switch into our big old bad tiger. Because yeah, it's something where I don't have the time to waste to just sit here and be like, but what if it's, a Pokemon that knows Look or Pursuit? Like, yeah, okay, fine, but so? So we lose a Pokemon that's low level anyway. We got him there. Which, yeah, it would be a pretty massive detriment, but on the other hand, it's so not worth being that overly cautious, because we only know about 2 Pokemon that are over here, and I'm pretty sure there's 4, because I know normally Mankey, Rattata, I believe, and Spearow are over here, and I think Pidgey, but I don't know. But there also might be a Nidoran. I don't know. It's been a very long time since I played Fire Red. But the reason we chose Fire Red for our other Let's Play that we're doing right now, and for the other, and for the first Nuzlocke to do, is because Fire Red holds a near and dear place in my heart. It was the, we're up to level 4 on Mimoon there, but Fire Red was the first Pokemon game that I beat. It was actually the first game I ever beat, and it's also one of the only Pokemon games where I've gotten a Pokemon up to level 100. I got my Charizard way back in the day up to level 100, and that took way more time than I'd care to admit, because I never got to play online. But we will, we're just gonna take the nostalgic trip. I should know a good deal about these Pokemon, and if this Nuzlocke goes well, there's always the chance for us to do Nuzlocke of other generations in the future. We're gonna give Mimoon here a shot. Alright, I immediately regret it. That is extremely low damage, so we're not going to deal with that. Hopefully we can get some good XP out of it still, though. Yeah, Ember wouldn't have done a burn, are you kidding? Ember wouldn't have done a whole heck of a lot against a Staryu anyway, but I might as well, right? Like, there's no point in... we're a little low. Just, okay, we go first anyway. There's no point in taking 15,000 turns just to get a little bit more experience for our Staryu. We're gonna go heal up here. Oh! another Rapidash. Let's see if we can run away from this one. Oh yeah, okay. No problem at all. But yeah, I love Fire Red. I didn't get to play Leaf Green as a kid. Never got to trade with anyone because none of my friends played Pokemon back then. And I know what you're saying. You had friends, Joe? And to that I say, ow. It's really, really hurtful. Yeah, I did. I had 2 of them. So I get to use the plurality. Take that. But no, none of my friends played Pokemon, and even then you had to have a transfer cable. For those of you who are older than the modern Pokemon age, where you can just be in a McDonald's and trade with someone in Japan, and you can trade them your inappropriately named Raichu, hoping to get a legendary for no reason on the Wonder Trade. But no, we're I just came up in a different age. I had one game maybe a year that I would get to get new, and that's if that. And sometimes the one game that I would get would be a family game. We would all have to pick between the 5 of us what game we as a household wanted. Like one year, this was before I was born, not before I was born, excuse me, but before I was able to have a voice in voting. One year for Christmas, the whole family decided to get an N64 and Pokemon Stadium, I believe it was. Yeah, Pokemon Stadium 1. And that was everyone's Christmas. It was mom, dad, brother, and sister. That was what everyone got, was Pokemon Stadium and a N64. Which, don't get me wrong, that's super cool. I love the N64, one of the best consoles ever. I will say one of the worst controllers. But it's not as bad as some of the controllers I've had held, being fair. I actually, don't shoot the messenger, but I quite despise original Nintendo and Sega controllers, like the flat board controllers for like the NES, or like the slightly rounded edges of the Super Nintendo. Just not for me. That's not my style. But don't get me wrong, the N64 isn't necessarily a wonder in to feel and play with, but it's definitely not too bad. It doesn't like suck to hold. I honestly love the GameCube controller. I didn't get to play much GameCube growing up, extremely little, but I always loved the GameCube controller. It always felt right in your hands, most modern controllers now, there's something about them just feels a little bit off. We could probably win this, but I don't wanna. just gonna be straight up with you. I don't want to deal with it. But yeah, when I was growing up, I played grand total of 3 games on. No, that's not true. 4 games on GameCube. And the reason I was unsure if it was 3 or 4 is because the one game that was like iffy, I did play on GameCube first because it was originally GameCube exclusive, and it wasn't mine, it was a friend's. It was Resident Evil 4, one of my favorite games of all time. Absolute classic. Originally on the GameCube exclusively, and then released, I believe, a year or 2 later on the PS2. And when it got its PS2 release, it added a whole bunch of stuff that made it easily the definitive one to own. Much better. It looks a little bit better, I think. Don't quote me on that one, but it added new rewards. Like it added this like crazy laser gun. That was just absolute nonsense. A lot of fun to play with. And then the other games I played were Animal Crossing, because of course, who hasn't played the original Animal Crossing? Plus, we had what's the new one called? It's not New Leaf. It's looking on my shelf here. I don't see it. I've been betrayed by me. Past me has betrayed me. Oh, it's over there. I'm not gonna get it. New Horizons? Is that it? Yeah. Pokemon New Horizons. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Great game. Really beautiful. I haven't played it in well over a month. just haven't been able to. Been busy. Been doing stuff like this for you folks, which it is what it is. Maybe we'll do an offshoot episode where I'll clean up my town a little bit and give you guys the grand tour, if you will. Got a nice little Banjo-Kazooie flag. My town theme is from Banjo-Kazooie. That's just a game that I adore, and honestly, it's pretty prime for me to do a series on, because that's one that I've beaten many times, but I've never 100% completed it. And that's something that I was going for it pretty recently. I think I got I was very close. I'll say that much. I had 100%ed 75% of every map, and the 25% that I hadn't was well on its way to being completed. You know, only missing a few odds and ends on the way, and I just petered out. So that's why it's a pretty prime candidate for us to do a video on, because or a series of videos on, because I'm looking to give myself an excuse to visit things like that, to you know, go back, see how it's aged on me, and you know, just finally complete it, because like I've been meaning to do alternate runs in several games where it's like, oh, I haven't played this playstyle or anything like that, and I've never found an excuse to, and now I have one, because I can just put it on YouTube and you know, hang out, talk into the void, and hope someone will hear me. I still can't believe we have not seen anything other than our nutty boy Locke here and Rapidash over here. I know that there's 3 at minimum, at least 3. But you know, we'll go on. But so for GameCube games, you know, played Animal Crossing, played Resident Evil 4. You know, probably well before I should have, being fair, but it was a good time. It grew on me. It was a pretty big influence on what I liked in games. It's why, like, I really don't like third-person games for the most part, but third-person horror, right up my alley. Well, okay, I say that. Third-person survival horror where you get a gun, right up my alley. Third-person walk around and act like you're scared, not my bag. I'm trying to see if Staryu can actually pull this one off. There's a chance. We'll see. I'm putting faith in Mimoon here. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. It's cutting it close here. Growl too. Come on. Oh, I don't want to spend a potion on this, do I? I think we are going to switch to Locke, and I know that this is stupid, but I may be. Oh, why would you Ember? It was a water type. Okay, we're fine. We're gonna swap over to Tigro here. Of all the moves to use, that was an insane read, Rapidash. I can't believe that you knew I would switch there. Honestly, kudos. I'm impressed. Couldn't be more impressed. But so I played Animal Crossing, played Resident Evil. I also played. Now, this is a bad game, but I love it. The Avatar game for GameCube. There were like 3 of them, but I only played the first one, and I had a lot of fun with it. Honestly, it's not great. But it's Togepi. Oh, hello, my little friend. I will destroy you. I told you there were 3 in here, though, and you didn't believe me. What's wrong with you people? Doubting me, acting like I don't know what I'm talking about? It's almost like you've watched what I've been doing so far, and you know that I don't know what I'm talking about very often. But no, I played the Avatar game. It's just fun. It was something as a kid that, like, I loved the show. Still do. Second that it came out on DVD, I bought it, and the second it came out on Blu-ray, I bought it again. I actually ended up giving my DVD collection away to a couple friends of mine who hadn't seen it yet, and then they got announced it was coming to Netflix, and I was like, hey, it's on Netflix now. Have you guys watched the DVD series yet? And they're like, no. So I didn't actually have to give it to them, but I'm happy they have it. I am. I hope that they do like it on Netflix, or on DVD, but it looks better on Netflix. And then they just get to keep it. We learned Water Gun, finally. Because then, then they have it forever, because Netflix certainly won't. You know, they'll get rid of it at some point, which is going to be a crying shame, because that show is great, and in the upscaled resolution, looks beautiful. Like, admittedly, if you watch the DVD version, and you watch the pilot, it's rough, buddy. But you know, once you get past the pilot, the animation quality goes up quite a lot. It's beautiful, and the video game held a place in my heart just because I was a kid, and you know, I love the show. For different reasons, I love it as an adult. You know, as a kid, I was like, wow, it's so cool that he has superpowers, but he's a kid. You know, not really letting a lot of lessons sink in, but now that I'm an adult, I realize that it really helped me through a lot of hard times in my life, and a lot of the lessons did mean a lot to me. It just didn't really you know, come to pass that I would think of that show as being an inciting force for why I look at a lot of things the way I do, until I rewatched it, you know, as an adult, and I kind of looked at it honestly, and I was like, man, you know, that show really did mean a lot more to me than I give it credit, and I think more people should watch it. If you haven't seen it, please take the time. It is a kid's show, sure, and you're gonna have natural, like, stuff that's in there just to make kids laugh, which, you know, whatever, neither here nor there. But it's wonderful. There's a lot of fantastic lessons that you can learn from it if you're really willing to listen. I'm sure some of it's kind of on the nose, where it's like, don't be a bad guy, but some of it's like actually very nuanced, you know, like how to deal with death and how to be okay with other people having things you don't, you know, how to really stymie jealousy. It's got a lot of things you can learn from it. But the final game I played, I know I've spent so much time talking about everything else that you're like, man, this game must be really good if you haven't talked about it yet. No, it's Star Fox Adventures. It's a game I like. I really do like that game. It's really fun, but it has two fatal flaws. A, it's called Star Fox, and it shouldn't be, and B, it does this wild thing where they invented an alien language for it, right? Which sounds cool. That's, you know, I'm super cool with that. I love when things have alien languages. My namesake, Futurama, they have, what is it, 2 or 3 alien languages. One of them's a really simple translation where it's like one character differences. And then they have one that's actually a lot more complex that has its own like language built around it that was really hard to construct and decipher, and it took fans years to get through it. And I really love stuff like that. But Star Fox Adventures, oh goodness. they speak this like gibberish dinosaur language. Yes, dinosaur, you heard me correctly. And while speaking this language, we're gonna by the way, we're gonna go through the forest now. I think we're strong enough to try and take on any and all comers. We are going to be deeply afraid right now of the final guy whose Pokemon is level 9. That is scary. And we're going to also be wary of the guy who has like 4 level 4s. But we should be okay going through here. But anyway, so they have this dinosaur language where it's like blah, 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 but all of the characters are named things that would be a natural name for English. So like the main villain, his name is General Scales, and he doesn't have a translation to his name. So in a sentence, they'll be like, booba, fluba, booba, General Scales, blah, 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 blah. It's like, what are you doing? Like every other Star Fox thing, they just speak in a localized language. You know, if you're in America, they'll speak English or Spanish. If you're in Japan, they'll speak Japanese. Why not? But for some reason in this game, they decided to have all of the people from Dinosaur Planet, Dinotorpia, or whatever, Kabutops you got. Alright, not bad. Level 6 would be scarier if we hadn't taken a little bit of time to train up there. Andy Flinch, excellent. But yeah, it's just he is like a proper noun, and like several like dinosaurs speak English, or you know, whatever language Fox is speaking for you. A Metatite, that is psychic fighting. Dark should be fine. It'll be level 6, right? Let me get a little spicy and put out Staryu just to see if Water Gun does anything. Because if we can, we want to keep out of the Pokemon on par here. We don't want to, like I said, try and steamroll. Now, the one thing to watch out for is he does know Bide. But if he uses Bide and we go... If he uses Bide and we go first, we're happy. If he uses Bide and we go second, we're scared. But now it doesn't matter. We won. So, but yeah, so they just use this gibberish language, and the whole time there's subtitles on screen, obviously, which I have no problem reading subtitles. I just wish they spoke a different language. I wish they spoke a real different language. Like, if you're gonna make them speak gibberish but have proper noun names, why? Like, I'm okay with them having like a localized name. If he, excuse me, did not mean to call for help. Like if he was called like Bargingo or something like that, and it was all in gibberish, sure, why not? I don't care. I'll fight Bargingo. I'll fight him to the death. Watch me. But when it's T-Tar, uh-oh, okay. So, Staryu, help, help, help. Tyranitar is scary because our bite does nothing to him, but thankfully we have a water type to try and do something. But this is scary. He's a 11 damage. Okay. I think we have to heal and hope he doesn't bite again. I think we have to just hope he doesn't bite. Okay, he leered. That's also horrifying because it means one bite could put us in range of kill, but what I'm hoping here is that we can try and heal like right after an attack so that he doesn't attack us right away, and that we can try and beat him down. Or, oh, can't two-tap him. Okay, he leered again. Also scary. I think is Dark type special in this game. I'm sorry to cut off Star Fox talk. I know you were all so incredibly invested in it. But let me check here. Pokemon. What the damage types are, because in Pokemon Generation 3, they hadn't done special physical splits for all moves. So special types, Dark is a special type, so Leer actually doesn't mean anything to us. We are very happy to hear that. So now we just need to avoid a crit. If we... he bit. We are faster, though, so I think we're going to go for it. Because one more hit should beat him. And we are faster, unless we speed tie. Okay, we're good. Okay, that was... see, I told you that this gets very scary very quick. Mimoon almost biting the dust there, but we couldn't keep biting him. Like, our Raikou doesn't do anything against that. A Pidgey. We will swap here over to Tigro. But yeah, now that we're out of danger a little bit, Star Fox Adventure is a lot more fun than a lot of people give it credit. It's not a bad game. It's a decent 3D platformer. You know, it's got some mechanics that I'm like, I'm not a huge fan of that. But if it weren't for that stupid dinosaur talk that they just made up and then kept proper names in it, like General Scales. Like, you know, if his name was just Scales, if that was a nickname they gave him, I'd be cool with that too. But the fact that they call him General Scales, that he is a ranking military officer named Scales, but everything else about his language is completely different. It's like, what are you talking about? But no, it has some neat segments, and I think it's a decent enough game. But those were the only 4 GameCube games I played as a kid. Like sure, ooh, we have a real move. But don't get me wrong, I tried Smash Bros as an adult, and I tried Super Mario Sunshine as an adult, but we're gonna go back and heal here quick. But just as a kid, it never came up. I never got the chance to. We never had games to play like that. We never were able to give it a shot, unfortunately. And I feel like I missed out, kinda. Because, like, you know, there was a lot of games I would have loved to play. You know, if I was a kid and I could have played Metroid ever, I probably would have loved it. But now that I'm an adult and it was my first time playing it, I was like, I'm not really keen on this. It's not my bag. You know, I like a lot of modern amenities that games have provided for me, which is really funny because a lot of games I played as a kid, I'm like, I like that this isn't modern. But now that I'm an adult, I'm like, I like everything that kind of is modern in a lot of ways, except for a couple things. Like with Pokemon, I love that this one has so little dialogue you actually have to sit through. Because like the modern Pokemon games, like Sun and Moon especially, I just could not stand because I don't want to call for help. Because the opening, like, what is it, hour and a half of Pokemon Sun and Moon is just talking and talking and talking, and then walking for 5 seconds until you have to deal with talking again and more talking. And it just, it was not fun. But I tried, I pushed through a little bit, and then I got to like the 3rd town and encountered a ghost type Pokemon, and it used Mean Look on me, and I had a normal type in there, and I was switch training, and and I know, switch training in a regular Pokemon game, lol. Like, I know they're not that hard, but I was doing it because I just wanted to be sure that I could beat the area I was in, and just, it took me, I think, 45 minutes until we were both struggling so that it would faint. I got another item here, a Lepa Berry. Yeah, there's a lot of, you'll notice that items in this game are very commonly going to be berries and shards, and sometimes flutes. And they're just not worth your time. They're not fun. Pain. A Kakuna! Wow! This randomized into there being a Kakuna here. That is insane. What are the chances of that? I can't imagine the chances that that would randomize to being a Kakuna. That is nuts. Now, part of me wonders, is that the Weedle? Is that the Caterpie? Is it the Metapod? Or is it the Kakuna? Did it wrap around and land on itself? Or was it actually a randomization that just so happened to work out that way? That's kind of nuts. But we got another Abra here and we're moving on. But no, like I love that this one is just kind of point and shoot. You know, you get into it, and yeah, there is some dialogue. We got a retro mail. Oh yeah, we get a lot of mail too. Of course, nothing that sells for a lot of money. But yeah, I like that this one is just kind of sets you down and you go. Now, is it, you know, overly linear? Yes, but you know what else is overly linear? The most recent Pokemon game. What was it? Sword and Shield. You know, literally, like all of the routes are very unilateral. There's a lot of lacking diversity, which is okay. I'm not saying that that's a negative. I actually quite respect that Pokemon is happy to be like, we want you to go along this path, and it will almost always, hey, we saw a better version of you earlier. It'll almost always kind of guide you along to be a certain level by a certain point, and they're kids, obviously, and doing a Nuzlocke is kind of how you make them into a much more challenging experience. But I wish that Pokemon had a difficulty option. I wish that you could be like, hey, one hard mode for Pokemon, please. You know, and it just never had that. We've defeated the last trainer quickly, sorry, as a sidebar here, to talk about the game rather than my bad opinions. We made it through the forest. We are able to fight Brock. We are a little under-leveled, though, so I think what we're going to do is we're gonna go back and we're gonna level up a little bit better, fight a couple trainers, and then we will go to the gym. But no, I always like that this game is so it's so just go for it, but it's I wish that you could bake in being harder without having to impose restriction rules on yourself like a Nuzlocke. Because like this Nuzlocke run, like if a Pokemon faints, it doesn't just disappear. I have to make the choice to put them away. Like I have to trust myself first and foremost to play by these rules, and you guys have to trust me as well, which I'm hoping you do. If you don't trust me, well, there's a problem there. But yeah, I wish that they would let there be a difficulty option where it's like, hey, you know, if you are a more experienced Pokemon player, we will skip all of the intro. You know how to play. We'll only teach you new mechanics, and that's it. We won't teach you anything else. That'd be great. I would super prefer that. You know, if it was like, okay, we won't give you the catching tutorial you've seen 1,000 times, and we won't give you the like early bit of dialogue where you have to talk to your rival 7,000 times that isn't actually a rival and you don't care about. You know, I Shift Tree. Who are you? I'm you, but stronger. We'll transition over to time over here. But yeah, I wish that was something that you could do in the games. Because like I'm not saying that Pokemon should be stock harder. It shouldn't. It's meant for children. You know, Pokemon is and always will be a game for children. I'm never going to deny that. I'm never going to try and reduce that. But you know what I will say is that like, while it is a game for children, they know that adults play this too. You know, they know that there's still big greasy nerds like me at home, like, actually, Pokemon's pretty adult and fun. But I wish that they would, you know, cater to both sides of the coin. I know that their sales numbers tell me that I can just shove it, because they're selling just fine without my input. But yeah, I wish that, I wish that they would have options, you know, so that it would be more fun and challenging and engaging for someone like me, you know, who I like really pushing what I can do in Pokemon. I like being challenged. I like trying to confine myself. Not don't get me wrong, I don't want to do like what that one guy did and do the entire Elite Four of Fire or Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire with just a Rattata. Level 5 Rattata. No, thank you. That is not for me. I'm not that much of a psychopath. Pardon my my assailing of a stranger. But yeah, no, I do like it being a bit harder. I like that it doesn't cater to me at every turn in a Nuzlocke here. Execute. Sure. Staryu seems to be our second best Pokemon for now. But yeah, no, I like Pokemon well enough, but I'll be the first one to tell you that it's got a great deal of problems, and you know, I haven't been really a fan of the series since like Gen 4, and you know, Gen 4 I didn't even get to play until I was an adult anyway. Just you know, curl the burl on that one. But yeah, I don't know. I just like playing it, I guess. Pardon me for one moment. I'm gonna hydrate here. Be sure to stay hydrated at home, by the way. I know I've been that I'm telling you that. I tell you that in this series, and I actually in my other series I got going on, I also mentioned staying hydrated. But do it sincerely. It's good for you. I promise. It won't hurt you. Well, it might if you're hydrated with like bad stuff, but like, you know, if you're just taking good old natural old water, heavily recommend it. It's good for you. Tastes good too. You'll like it. I promise. Just try it. Man, we could go and take care of this this other guy, but I'm gonna play it extra super careful just in case, and we're gonna heal up. You know, call me a silly ninny in the comments if you want, but we're gonna play it a little safe here. And it looks like this episode is gonna run a little bit long, but I did promise you that we were gonna fight Brock this episode, so we will continue training up a little bit, you know, heal up, and then we'll fight Brock, and that'll do it for us. Now, I will warn you, Brock is one of the first big stopping blocks for us. He could be a run ender. He could be what just stops the series dead in its tracks, which, you know, if it happens, it happens. We might have to start over, we might... And if we have to start over, so be it. I'll do it. Why not? You know, I do want to give this a fair shake, but... You know, it would suck to throw an hour away, but it would be pretty funny. I'll give that to you, because we have a legendary in our party, and we would have to turn around and be like, well, that was something. See ya. But no, we're going for it. We are hoping to win this run, especially with a legendary to start. Like, how much more can he ask for? You know. I mean, 2 legendaries, I guess, but like that, come on. Are we gonna really catch the second one? Probably not, unless we got a Master Ball. Now, see, now you're talking. Let's see, for a legendary starter, and then get a legendary encounter as our next encounter with our first legendary, having held the Master Ball, and snowballs out of control from there. A Taillow didn't one of the trainers we just fought have a Taillow too? I've been talking so much that I don't even know what's going on anymore. Who am I? Where are you? Ooh. Alright, we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Get some good XP out of this. But I'm pretty sure one of those trainers, one of those bug catchers, had Taillow earlier. And I haven't been paying attention to trainers' names, but those are also randomized, just for fun. Because why not? You know, we just about everything in this game is randomized. There's very little that isn't. A couple things that aren't. Movesets aren't. Some people will randomize movesets. I know that. And I didn't mention that last episode, but we did not. We kept movesets traditional, because I really, really hate getting sheer colded or horn drilled when you don't expect it. And then we also kept Pokemon like not natures, but abilities. We kept those the same. I don't want to deal with a you know, Wonder Guarded Sableye, because I'm pretty sure in Gen 3 Sableye didn't have any natural weaknesses. it might have done, but even if it did, like, unlikely we would have it in this early party. So we didn't mess with that, and we made quote unquote impossible evolutions possible. So like our Abra can level up all the way, or level up, I should say, it can evolve fully into Alakazam without us trading it, which is going to be a big help, because like I said, I can't trade anyway by rules. So that's why we made it so that I can evolve into Alakazam. I think it's just a certain level requirement. I have no idea what level it is. I could look it up. I probably will in between episodes here. You know, provided our Abra doesn't die for some awful reason. But yeah, we should be able to evolve that. And then, like, if we get Scyther, I think I have to have the metal coat, but as long as it's holding it, we can, through leveling up, turn it into a Scizor. But I think we have to have the metal coat item in order to do it. I don't know for sure. Don't quote me on that one, but you know, there's a chance. We're gonna put out Steel. I know that this isn't helping us for our Brock fight, but I do want to keep Steel on par, because once it does hit level 16, it will come in huge for us. So we'll keep it moving here. Mawile is Steel type, I believe? Steel Dark? Something like that? I don't remember. I gotta be honest with you. But I bet you Lightning works on it. It works pretty well, it would seem. So yeah, we'll get rid of Mawile here. Giant mouth, big-lipped alligator moment. God, I've been in this series, I've already thrown out a lot of references I don't expect anyone to get. That's not a good sign, but if you do get it, let me know. If you know what I'm talking about. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, please tell me, because I sure don't. But alright, we're going to go heal up, and then we are going to beat up Brock, a man who never opens his eyes for some reason. They're always drawn as just straight lines, which I respect. There's a lot of strength in that. A lot of strength in never seeing your enemy. Okay, we can be for sure that Kakuna Rattata here, a Weemaway, is not the Kakuna encounter. It's probably the Weedle encounter or the Caterpie, just because of how often we're seeing it. Because, you know, the Metapod and Kakuna original encounter rates here are nowhere near this high. that's for darn sure. You know, and Haunter, interesting, level 6. That means that this is either what would have been our Kakuna, our Rattata, or our Pikachu, because there is a Pikachu in the forest here. And now, I know that this is superstition on my part, but I only ever encountered Pikachus, at least anecdotally, in this part of the grass, in the final stretch here. So that's why whenever I was farming for Pikachus, I would always run around in the last little bit until I got one. Because I always wanted to have a Pikachu with me. I know he's not great as like a statistic Pokemon, but he's just a lot of fun. I love little Pikachu, my boy. Or girl. Or other. I don't judge. I don't mind. You know, whatever that Pikachu wants to be, I support. We stand any chew in this house, except chewing tobacco. We don't stand that one. Not bad for your health. You chew out there, you should stop. Promise you. You'll save money. You'll feel better. Maybe. I care about your health out there, whoever's listening. And if you chew, maybe consider getting a different habit, different vice. You know. You know, I'm not saying that I respect you less for doing it, but I want to see you happy and healthy. And I think a good step on the path for that would be quitting any tobacco products you might be doing. You know, don't get me wrong. I've partaken in these horrible, evil, dystopian markets myself, but you know, I want to see you happy and healthy. Stay hydrated. Stay off that stuff. But hey, we are here in the gym. We have our monobroad friend here to tell us stuff I don't care about, and we're gonna fight this boy first. So let's see here. We're gonna keep. in the gym, I like leading strongest first, actually, I think. And we're going to fight here. Our first fight, stop right there, kid. You're 10,000 light years from facing Brock. That's not true. I'm about 4 steps. Not that many light years away. In fact, that's not even a fraction of a light year. Trainer Leo would like to battle. Alright, Leo. A ball toy. Alright, Psychic. Yeah, Psychic ground. Bad for electric, but good for bite. Very good for bite. See ya, nerd. Imagine having a ball toy. 1, 2, 3, take my hand and come with me because you look so fine, and I really want to make it. War Turtle. Yeah, we'll stay in. Tygro's got it. He might even one-shot War Turtle. Let's see what Thundershock does for us here. Oh, not a one-shot. All right. Well, I was hopeful, but oh, it doesn't matter. He's tail whipping us. Honestly, yeah, we're just gonna go straight to Brock. We are not gonna even pretend to heal. Doesn't matter. You know, he didn't hurt us. We used 3 PP. Oh, that's a good chunk of experience there. Level 13. I think Brock's ace is 14. Not super sure, but we should be all right. How you doing, Brock? So you're here. I'm Brock, the Pewter City Gym Leader. My rock-hard willpower is evident even in my Pokemon. My Pokemon are all rock-hard. That's true grit and determination. I'm so sorry. Don't be like me. Don't be 12 at heart. That's right. My Pokemon are all rock-type. I don't believe you. You're going to challenge me, knowing that you'll lose? Hopefully not. That's the trainer's honor that compels you to challenge me. Fine then, show me your best. I have a Raikou. He's my best. He's very good. Writer Stacy would like to battle. Hold on, Stacy. How do you do? I hear your mom's got it going on. A Togetic. You're weak to bite. Excellent. Wait. No, you're not. You're weak to... You're a flying type, aren't you? You're weak to electricity. That's the one. Haha! I sometimes know what I'm talking about. Take that, Togetic. Get out of here. Alright, Tigro making quick work of Togetic. What do we got? A Butterfree. Yeah, I mean, stay in there, Tigro. Let's see how Bite does, yeah. 14 is your ace, so let's see. That does pretty good. Flinch? Oh, Sunspore. Okay, we're alright with that. We, as long as we don't get massively destroyed here, we should be okay. Confusion, don't get confused. Excellent, excellent. All right, we're through. We've done it. Brock is deleted. You know, honestly, not even much of a challenge. I'm surprised myself. I amaze even myself, don't you know? I am just so great and handsome and wonderful at Pokemon and everything else I do. I took you for granted, and so I lost. Yeah, you did. As proof of your victory, I confer unto you this, the official Pokemon. What Pokemon? League Boulder Badge. No, I want a Pokemon. Give me your Pokemon. Give me your Butterfree. Pass it over. I received the Boulder Badge from Brock. I did it. Hi, Mom. You proud of me? You happy? I'm on TV. Just having a Boulder Badge. She's back in Pallet Town. She's probably dealing with Professor Oak pestering her about how I stole his lunch money or whatever. Wait, take this with you. TM39. Oh, TMs are randomized too. So he's gonna say that it's what is it? Rock Tomb. But yeah, but it is not. It is certainly not. What do we got here? Because this could be huge. Sometimes these TMs are great. Sometimes they're terrible. We got Ancient Power. Actually, very good. And Locke could learn it. I might have to do that. Ancient Power is a very good move. I think we'll wait. What we'll do is we'll wait, and we'll wait for our next 2 encounters. Because our next 2 encounters are coming up in the next episode for sure, provided we don't die, of course. And we'll see if we get anything better for Ancient Power. You know, like a proper rock type or something like that, so we can make those stab. And then we will, you know, we'll give it to who we need to. But we're gonna heal up here, and that's really gonna do it. We did go about almost 14 minutes longer than I expected here. But that's okay. No, I made a promise that we would get through Brock, and we did. And, you know, I'm very, very pleased that we didn't lose anyone to Brock. That was a definite chance, but, you know, Raikou tends to kind of be our equalizer. But we did all right there. Special thanks to special shout out to my boy Tigro. But hey, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed what you saw so far, and you know, given that you've been here for almost 45 minutes now, I'm gonna assume that you like something. So please hit that like button for me. It would mean a great deal. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. You know, stick around. We got more Nuzlocke coming. We got more of our other concurrent play going. Isaac. Isaac isn't likely to end because of a loss. Well. You'll see pretty soon, I'm sure, if you haven't already, that losses are coming. And, you know, they come and go. But with the Nuzlocke, if we're at a loss, depending on how far into it is, that could be the end of it. So we'll see how it goes. But remember to throw a comment down in the comment section below if you want to give me any tips, or if there are any Pokemon names that you've come up with. You know, if there's anything that interests you for a name, be it your name, someone you know's name, or something you find funny or whatever have you, put it in the comment section. I'll at least consider it. You know, as long as it's not mean or rude. It could be crass, you know. We'll see. You could go with like butt. And I'll name something butt if you really want me to. Just let me know if that's what you want. And then be sure if you are on social media, specifically Twitter, give me a follow at most folks. You'll find me there, Orange Joe. It's, you know, most folks call me that. So you'll find me on Twitter. I will be tweeting basically just, you know, announcements for when my videos go live. I might find reason to say other things on there that you'll resent and call me an idiot for, but I doubt it. You know, for now it's just going to be channel updates and stuff like that. But yeah, feel free to reach out to me on there if you have anything to say, you're liking the series or anything like that. Please let me know. I would love to hear from you in that regard, and we'll be back next episode with 2 more encounters at the very least, and you know, hopefully more good stuff keeps happening. Thank you so much for sticking around this long, and I'll see you next time.